decided to make another video. It's in the middle of night. It's actually 2 a.m., but I decided to make a video because it's the perfect time to make a video because it's all quiet. I think you can actually hear the crickets crickling at night. I don't know what you call when crickets make that night noise, crickling. But anyway, I have my DNA results, and that is exactly what I want to make the video about, my DNA results. Now, am a Mexican American. I was born in Los Angeles. I'm born and raised here. But my DNA results are more complex than just, Los Angeles. So I don't think that makes any sense, but whatever. So my DNA results. Now I got the DNA results a couple of weeks ago. No, a couple of months ago. So it's a very interesting DNA results. Now, I want to put it out there that basically my DNA results are basically mixed race results. So as we can all assure that a Mexican would have is that I am. So I'm reading my DNA results. So um, my DNA results is 47% Native American, American Indian, Native American. So yeah, American, Native American, Native American, Native American, Native American, Native American, 47%. My parents are actually from a state called Jalisco, Mexico. In that state, there's a people called the Purepecha people. The Purepecha people were actually the enemies of the well-known Aztecs who were very popular in pop culture in Hollywood. So the Purepecha people, aka the Tarascan people, were actually their arch nemesis, the rival, and so on and so on. When the Spanish people came to or conquistadors, when they came to the New World, the Purepecha people, just like the Tuscalanian people, they allied with the Spaniards to defeat the Aztecs. That is how strong and powerful the Aztecs were, that they needed these little nations to become allies under the Spanish flag. So 47% Native American. 38% Spain. Ole, Spain. 38% Spaniel. So yeah, I guess I'm a little bit white in me. I have a little bit of white guy in me. 38% Spaniard. So yeah. Ole, 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 ole. Ole, 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 ole. Spain. 38% Spain. 38% Spain. Spain. More like, more like pain. That's my joke. More like pain. Spain is my pain. Pain, 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 pain. I'm reading my DNA results from my phone, so I'm not like lying about them. Somebody in the internet said that I was lying about my DNA results because apparently I don't look Spanish enough or Iberian enough to have that much Iberian, which is the camera, is the room shaking or something? I feel like there's an earthquake. Anyway, there's more fun stuff. I am 6% Portuguese. That when I read that, blew my mind. I always like Portugal and Portuguese. 6% Portuguese. 6% Portuguese. Portugal. Viva Portugal. Portugal. Valencia, which was the formerly known name for Jalisco, Mexico. Nueva Valencia. A lot of places in Mexico took on old names of places in Spain, like Guadalajara, which is, I believe, is one of the big cities in Jalisco, Mexico. Which is Guadalajara came from a name from a city in Spain. So let's keep going. There's more. I am 3% Basque. 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 3% Basque. Basque. Escuria. I believe that's the language that the Basque people speak. Is called Escuria. Escuria. I can't pronounce it. I just butcher their language, name of their language. Basque. 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 And in Spanish, Basque is called Vasco. 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 Basque. Basque. I know a little bit about the Basque people, and Basque, the country of Basque, is near France. In France, there's two sides of the Basque nation, and one part is in Spain, and the other part is in France, and it's surrounded, or it's in the Pyrenees Mountains, where the Basque people have inhabited for around 10,000 years. That's how long the Basque people are. The Basque people are a really ancient population in Europe. Their language has almost stayed the same for around 9,000 years. I'm not sure. I think it's 9,000 years. The Basque people are really interesting. Their language is not like other European languages. It's not even related to the Spanish language. It's a really unique people. Even their DNA is different than the Spaniards and Portuguese people. It's a really unique DNA that the Basque people have, and that I have now. This is where it gets really interesting. I am also 2% Sephardic Jewish. Sephardic Jews. 2%. What happened is that a lot of the early colonists from Spain that left Spain were actually crypto Jews. They were leaving Spain because of the persecution committed by the Spanish government or Spanish people. In Spain, it was really important to be a Catholic and a Christian, and if you were not that, you're persecuted by the Spanish people. So you could have been a Portuguese person in Portugal and Spain, a Muslim person and you could have been persecuted by the Spanish people. So a lot of Spanish Jews, they left to the New World for a new opportunity in life, and also a lot of the conquistadors, original conquistadors, had Jewish DNA in them. For example, Christopher Colon or Christopher Columbus, they they're finding out that he himself was a Spanish Jewish person, a Spanish Sephardic Jew from Spain. He was not an Italian Christian. He was a Spanish Jewish Sephardic Jew who went to the New World and discovered the Americas for Spain. So let's keep going. I am also 2% Southern Italian. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Southern Italian. Mamma mia, Napolonia, Napolonia, Napolonia. Fabrizio, Fabrizio. I'm literally making up Italian words. Mamma mia, it out, C2. Oh my god, I would love to eat some legit Italian food. I can't eat carbs. I don't know how Italians do it. They eat carbs, they eat pasta, pizza, breads, and they're like skinny. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Oh, this is where it gets really interesting. I am 1% Senegalese, which is a small state in West Africa. This is where it gets really interesting. In the foundation of Mexico, the Spaniards, the conquistadors, imported a lot of West African slaves into the New World, i.e., New Spain, and a lot of them were actually from West Africa. One of the earliest slaves that went to the New World actually went to Mexico and were from West Africa, especially from Senegal. There was a lot of African slaves that came to Mexico that a lot of people don't know, and it's really interesting because over 200,000 West Africans were actually imported or enslaved by the conquistadors or by the Spanish government and imported to Mexico. 200,000. That's a lot of people, and that's why Mexicans, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% African in us. So just 1%. Senegal, 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 West Africa, West Africa. I am super mixed. I consider myself mixed. That is exactly what my DNA results are telling me, that I'm mixed. Mediterranean, indigenous Mexican. The last one, last but not least, indigenous Americas, Bolivia and Peru. That is crazy. Bolivia and Peru. Peruvian. I am 1% Peruvian. Peruvian. I don't know what they eat. Cusco, Cusco. The city of Cusco. Cusco. What do they call those big horses? Oh, they're called llamas. I freaking love llamas. Why can't we have llamas in Mexico? Why can't we have llamas in Mexico? That is a curse. One interesting thing I know about Peruvians is that they love to eat cucuy, which is a cooked guinea pig. It's really interesting. They eat guinea pigs in Peru. But yeah, I wish I owned a llama now instead of horses or donkeys. Why can I own a llama? Llamas sound so cool. I wish I had a farm. A llama, maybe a sheep or two, a couple of chickens, a nice little cabbage, carrot, tomato, kind of like Mediterranean style farm going on. Cabbages over here, some carrots over there, some tomatoes over there. That'll be a nice farm. Some sheep, maybe some chickens. That'll be nice. That'll be super nice. I'll be a sheep farmer. I will make my own clothes. Bolivia, 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 results is that they update every couple of months, and the more time you have your DNA results or DNA data with Ancestry DNA, the more accurate it gets. So the more time it passes, the more they're able to read your DNA results. Anyway, I think my DNA results video has ended. Peace out.